Hey, beloveds, it is Dr. Tad with your daily-ish freebie. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I embody both as I open all my videos explaining that, honoring breast cancer awareness, but devoting this time to domestic violence awareness. I woke up this morning with this on my heart and had to share it. I did brush my teeth before coming into community. I am in the middle of my bed in my pajamas. Just, hey, real, just coming as I am. So my dear sister sent a video today offering a different perspective about something, and just put a pin right here for a second. Let me pause. It is so important to have people in your life that are willing to have the hard conversations, to love you unconditionally, to laugh and have joy, and to cry together and to sit in silence together. It's important, whether your community is large or small, a community of 3 or 300. And unfortunately, domestic violence takes that away. So I the video caused me to reflect on, you can have you may have your community, large or small, and a dear friend, partner, spouse may have their community, and then the two of you can still be one another's person, or the two of you can have like a Venn diagram, right? Where y'all meet in the middle. There's fluidity, there's freedom, there's experience, there's coming together to share those experiences. There's taking moments to be with other community members and then coming back together. And domestic violence takes that away. The violent perpetrator is all about power and control. You become their community, you become their person, you become their scapegoat, you become their the person that they project onto, the person they judge, the person they diminish. They may have deep conversations with you, but at some point in time, they are going to hold it against you. I fell in love with my ex-husband because it was one of the few times outside of familial relationships and having dear friends for 40 plus years where I could tell my story truthfully, 100, and he still loved me. And later took advantage of that and threw that in my face and used it to demean me and degrade me and to emotionally fuck with me, right? Mentally fuck with my mind. Had me self thinking of self-doubt and not honoring my self-worth. So domestic violence muddies the waters of freedom, muddies the waters of fluidity. You are unable to freely find that space of wherever you are in that moment. Your perpetrator now demands and controls your space, your well-being, what you think, what you eat, how you respond. And it's important to note this because, as in the previous episodes, this is number 9, by the way, so we're almost at what I consider the end of sharing my intimate story in succession. How do we then offer and shift the mindset of the person being abused to actually see themselves, look at themselves in a mirror, naked, and say, I am worth it. I am beautiful. I am divine. Men, women, non-binary, queer, whomever is being abused. How do you take your power back? How do you then take your power back? And sometimes you have to lose to gain. Other times you can take your power back and still hold on to that which is giving you life. You take your power back, letting go that which diminished you, demeaned you, and tried to take away your power. So it might be a both and. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing. But it's really creating safe spaces. How does one who is in a violent situation create a safe space to pick up a journal on shadow work and journal, or journal period? How do they find the space to pray and to meditate? When do they find the space to go and talk to their community and their beloveds? How do they go to church alone without their perpetrator sitting right next to them? And even if the preacher is speaking of love and liberation and hope and voice and agency, they are still silenced because there is really nowhere for them to go. So let us think about co-creating these spaces and what it looks like to at least afford someone the opportunity to see something different that'll spark something in their mind, body, and soul that says, this shit ain't right. I've been dealing with this for a month, a year, 2 years, 10 years, and I am not the person that I wanted to be. What would the person who is being abused and victimized say to their 10-year-old self, their 13-year-old self, their 16-year-old self? What were your dreams? What were your hopes, and how do we manifest that now? How do we break free and break the chains of psychological slavery, as Naeem Akbar would say? These are challenges that I hope that will provoke some thought into the services that we offer and how we offer those services. It's not just about offering a place to stay. It's offering, like when God asked, the story is God asked Adam, where are you? And God knew where Adam was physically. As a matter of fact, God already knew where Adam was, but the question was to challenge Adam, where are you spiritually? Where are you energetically? Where are you emotionally? Because I see what's happening outwardly. What internally is causing that to happen outwardly? So creating space for beloveds who are victims, who are in danger. How do we co-create those spaces where they can work their way out of that situation and we can shift their mindsets to want to work themselves out of that situation and not stay in what is considered a comfort zone, because it is scary. It can be dangerous. It can be life-threatening. It could be all these adverse things. And beloveds, it's up to us to refuse to be silenced and to speak out against this heinous silent killer called domestic violence. This is Dr. Tad with your daily-ish freebie. Thank you for listening. Share this, and I look forward to part 10. Later.